All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for your generous donations. Alzheimer's Fund is a fantastic cause. My name is Mindez. Today I'm going to be running Discworld. This is the any % category. This is the first time this has been shown at a marathon. When I've done it before, there's been an extra kind of stipulation, but this is just the fastest any % route that we can possibly do. So, standard rules apply for this game. We've got to check that sound effects are on and voices on. Again, we're going to be using turning these on and off throughout the run to activate various glitches. Not so much in this version of the category, because we do skip a lot more even. And we need to make sure that we don't have any save files, because, yeah, we're going to be jumping around a lot between save files. So, with that in mind, I think we are ready to begin. So, we will begin the run in 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so this is Discworld. It is a point-and-click adventure game from 1995 in MS-DOS, based on a series of novels by the late, great Sir Terry Pratchett. There are 41 novels in the series, and they are really, really highly recommended. They are a fantastic series of novels, very, like, kind of British sarcastic humour. And this game kind of, you know, in some ways relies on some knowledge of Discworld to be able to kind of like solve some of the puzzles, but in most of the ways it kind of walks you through it, and a lot of the characters introduce you to kind of like Discworld logic, as we will term it from now on. As we went up those stairs, we made a few save files. Those are all the save files we're going to need throughout the course of this run. I call them 1, 2, 3, 4, just purely so that I can differentiate between the 4 of them. And you know, I just give them a different number of characters just because it makes it easier for me to see how exactly which one I'm loading at any one time. Alright, anyway, I'm going to introduce you to the core glitch of this run, which is going to be item duplication and moving items between save files. So we're going to come in here, we're going to come into the Arch Chancellor's room, and we're going to save on slot 1. I just accidentally saved on another slot, it's fine. And then we're going to go down to the library. So the Arch Chancellor sent us down to the library to get a book. This is based on the Guards novel, in which a dragon is terrorizing the city. We need to stop the dragon, and to do that we need to build a dragon summoning device. And this book is going to tell us exactly how to do it. So we come down to the library. The librarian is an orangutan, don't worry about it. That's fine. He's going to go off and get the book for us. The one difference here that we're going to be making is that we're going to be making a save on 3 here before we load save 1. And you'll notice we have the book now on this save file, because if we actually load a save while holding an object, that object permeates through to the new save, which is a little bit strange. And we're going to use that now to demonstrate another glitch, which is item duplication. So now we know the 5 items that we need to go and collect in order to finish Act 1. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the staff here. We're going to replace the broom with the staff, and that's going to be the first of 5 items that we need. But going and getting all 5 items sounds really, really slow, so what we're going to do instead is we're just going to turn in the staff here. We're going to save on 1, load 2, load 1 again, and then we get another staff that we can turn in. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just kind of save on 1, we're going to load on 2, and load on 1, and then we're going to get another staff that we can turn in. And then we're going to go ahead and save on 1, load on 2, load on 1, and then we're going to get another staff that we can turn in. And then we're going to go ahead and save on 1, load on 2, load on 1, and then we're going to get another staff that we can turn in. And this works because it doesn't actually check that you hand in 1 of each item, it just checks that you've handed in, 5 quest items overall. And that is how we got the Act 1 down from 20 minutes to 3. And that's the end of Act 1. Now, in the category that I've demonstrated at AGDQ and at other marathons, we've always had the stipulation of no act return. That means that once we go on to Act 2, we can't then return to Act 1 via loading a save file. We are going to be violating that in order to skip a large portion of Act 2, which ordinarily we would have to do. So here Rincewind meets the dragon. I don't have subtitles on, but they're in a nice little in-depth conversation here. I'm just kind of skipping all the text. And the dragon tells us, I've been summoned by an evil cult, and you need to track down the members of this cult, and, they each have a gold artifact, and, yeah, all those gold artifacts are binding me here. You need to find all 6 gold artifacts. Obviously, we're not going to be doing that. Come on, dragon, that's way, way, way too much work. So, again, what we're going to be doing instead is going to get 1, and, just kind of duplicating it 6 times. In order to do that, we need to collect a few items on the way. So there's 3 items that we need before we can get to the rest of it. Firstly, we need the bowl bath over in the inn. Second, we need a garbage can from over here. Pick up a garbage can, thank you, Rincewind. We're going to load 3, and we're just kind of taking them over to that save there that we made over in the library ages ago. And then we're going to get a set of fireworks from this crate. So we're going to load them on here. We're going to save that again. We're going to load back to 1, and there's one more item that we need. We're going to walk a little bit to the right on this screen and grab a treasure, and then save on 1, load 3. So now I have all the items I need on this save. Bear in mind, this is before we've even turned in the book to the Arch-Chancellor at this point. We're back in Act 1, before we've even done anything in this game. We're going to turn in some gold over here. So this sleazy guy over here, this is where we're going to make use of save 4. Load 1, load 4, and we need to duplicate treasure 4 times. So this sleazy guy over here will give us a golden banana, which is going to unlock the passageway to L-Space. Do I have to explain what L-Space is? I think I have to explain what L-Space is. Basically, there is a concept in the Discworld where all libraries are connected. We're just going to reload back to 3, because that's all already up here. We don't want to walk all the way back up here. Come on now. If you get a certain quantity of books in one place, it creates a passageway to L-Space, and you can travel back and forth between libraries this way. Every library is connected, including through time. So what we're doing now is we're going back in time to the night before. What we'd usually do is we would spy on a cult meeting as they are summoning the dragon for the first time. But in any percent, we don't actually do that, unfortunately. There won't be any dragon summoning today. We're going to take this opportunity to turn off sound effects. That's going to save us about 3 seconds in an upcoming cutscene. Because there is a sound effect that, if you've got sound effects turned off, just doesn't play, and the cutscene just carries on. It's rather silly. This doesn't save as much time as it does in the other route, where it saves like 40 seconds of cutscene of watching someone get rained on. And really, we don't really need to do anything in the past. The only reason we're coming into the past is to open the hole shortcut here, and we also want to watch the thief pathing around the map, because we do technically need to follow the thief because we need to unlock the hideout location, which is down here. Once he goes down here, we can just go back to the hole and go back to the present, and that'll pretty much be the end of the time traveling shenanigans for the run. But we do need to unlock the hideout location. That's the only reason that we're here. There we go. He's unlocked the hideout location. We can go back to the present. We're going to make save 2 here, and then that gives us this passageway to leave the university. So we've left the university before even doing anything right now. We've not even given the book to the Arch-Chancellor. The game is not supposed to be in this state. We're not supposed to have the items that we have, and that's going to let us get one of the gold items, one of the gold artifacts from the cult members way earlier than we're supposed to be able to. So we're going to get the garbage can here. Because when you actually get to Act 2, all of these locations are gated off, and you can't get into them to actually get the golden artifacts. But because we're in Act 1, it doesn't matter. It's fine, we can do it. So instead of getting the Diamond's golden tooth, we're actually going to come in here and get the Fool's golden cap. Or rather, well, it's not really a golden cap, I guess it's the bells on the Fool's golden cap. We're just going to use the bull bath there. We're going to grab the cap, we're going to save on 3, we're going to load 1, and now we're over here. Hey, remember when we were back here before? Come on, luggage, please, get over here, thank you. Luggage being very slow there. We're going to turn in the cap, and we need to duplicate this 6 times, so this is probably the best point of the run for donations, because we're just going to be doing this 6 times. This is the second one. So yeah, donations?
Certainly. We have a $25 donation from GP towards the Cuphead low percent good ending incentive, saying, "A poor guy works so hard, he deserves the good ending." And TGIF donated $10 and said, "Hello." I'd also like to remind you all that the incentive for GTA San Andreas Definitive Edition has almost been met, and it would be great to see that met, just so we can watch Josh enjoy that.
Absolutely. Thank you all for your donations. All right. So now we've given the items to the dragon. The dragon turns around and he's like, "I'm going to kill everyone that was at the cult meeting, including you." Except Rincewind wasn't actually at the cult meeting this time. Where are we going? We're going to save 2. There we go. I lost track of where I was for a second. So, we're now going to take the book. We're going to swap the covers. I can't explain any of this because literally this does not make sense if we've not actually watched the cultist cutscene. So, we're just going to swap the covers, and all you really need to know about this is that instead of making a cult that now summons a dragon, we are now making a cult that summons Love Potion Custard, which is custard that when you eat it, you fall in love with the next person you see. Yeah, that's now an established cult in Ankh-Morpork. That's what we did. That's what we did. I'm very proud of what we've done today. Thank you. But this lets us completely skip a massive chunk of Act 2. We're now moving on to Act 3, and we never actually technically entered Act 2 on this save file. We literally just went downstairs to the library, opened L-Space, and then suddenly we're in Act 3. It's, as I say, the progression in this run is very weird. Anyway, now we're in Act 3. The game is going to carry on as it did in the other category, so we're going to do the Ramkin skip. In order to do the Ramkin skip here, we need to unlock Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary. So we're going to come over to the alley over here. We're going to skip a cutscene. And we're going to head over here. We need to get the Alchemist to go to the stable and pick up some corn. That's going to move something that is blocking a thing that we need to read. So the Alchemist is going to run away. We're going to leave the room. And now we can go to the stable and unlock Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary. There is also one item that we need before we head over to Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary, and that is a custard pie. Very important custard pie, probably the most important custard pie in the game. It does prevent us, soft locking at the end of the game if you don't actually get it, because we need to actually finish the game. So we're going to head over. This is also the only reason that we needed to unlock the hideout over here, because the hideout, as we say, this is now a Love Potion Custard cult, so they're making Love Potion Custard, so we can go and pick up a Love Potion Custard pie. They're having a little bit of conversation there. We get the pie, and we can reload back to where we just made a save on the map. And we're going to head to Lady Ramkin's Dragon Sanctuary. Now, there's a glitch here that we're going to use to basically skip straight to the end of the game. And it relies on a missed trigger. So this door over here has some very strange properties. It's got two things you can interact with: the door itself and the knocker. They're supposed to act the same way. They don't. The knocker acts correctly. So what's supposed to happen is that Ramkin comes to the front, and as she's coming to the front, the cage in the back where she keeps the dragons is locked. But if we just do it on the door, so let's just click on the door. Rincewind, please pathing. Thank you. Sometimes Rincewind just likes to path randomly in different places. It's strange. And then we kind of run to the back so that Lady Ramkin comes to the front. Lady Ramkin will actually leave the cage open. Now, it seems like this should be intentional, but it's actually not. This cage is supposed to be locked in this act. You're not supposed to get into this act until Act 4. And that's a problem because Mambo is in here. Mambo I consider a very endgame item, and the reason I consider Mambo an endgame item is because Mambo has the literal ability to end the game. If you get Mambo in a certain state, a state of being fully fed, then we can just literally as soon as we do next screen transition, it will then take us to the end of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to take those firecrackers that we got earlier in the run. We're going to do a little bit of an item duplication glitch where we use Mambo on the firecrackers because they didn't expect you to do that either. They expected you to use the firecrackers on Mambo. If you do it the other way around, you get infinite firecrackers, it turns out. We're going to get him into a state of fully fed. We need to feed him 3 firecrackers, so I'm just going to use the last one, use him on the fireworks, which is fine. And then we can head over to any screen transition. In this case, we're just going to go, this way. And that takes us to the very final scene in the game. All the NPCs in the game that we never even met, never even spoke to, most of which are voiced by Rob Brydon or Tony Robinson in some way or another. All standing at the back. All here to cheer us on, even though, again, they were not involved in this run in any way. And even fewer of them were involved in this run than were even in the in the other any percent run that I've done at other marathons. And so time is coming up. This is very much the final scene in the game. So we have the fully fed Mambo. We're using the Mambo as a gun. It's the 16th Mambo in his legacy. We're going to turn on sound effects, just kind of like the final scene. We're going to get the custard tart. As soon as we use the custard tart on the dragon, time. So, yeah, the dragon eats the love potion custard and, falls in love with Mambo. And it's a very happy love story ending. And they fly off into the sunset together. Oh, isn't that nice? And that was a 13:09, which is 2 seconds off world record. But it's very close. I did discover a new 5-second time save a couple days ago. So the world record is going to happen any day now. I need to grind that out, to be honest. And as we kind of just go off, we're gonna get some skywriting as I do my sign-offs. I do believe there was an incentive for this to feed Gaspode as well. Was that Matt?
Well, yes, that incentive was met.
That was indeed met. Cool. All right. In that case, what we're going to be doing, we've got this final scene here where Death's just kind of making some excuses as to why he's not in the final scene. He's the only NPC that was not in the final scene. We're going to reload the last save file that we did, and we're going to go and feed and get a bone for Gaspode. In the meantime, if you want to start reading some donations, that would be a good time for it.
Absolutely. We've got Okoma with $25 saying GNU Terry Pratchett and donating towards the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas definitive edition upgrade. Alpha Centauri donated $105 and said, well, put some money towards the Cuphead Good Ending incentive. Finelli donated $30 and said, "Thanks for bringing back some great memories with this game. Did you get the number of that donkey cart?" The Wolves donated $20 and said, "Let's go, Mindez. Shout out to the Speedy Adventures Discord." And Anonymous donated $10 without any comment. But thank you anyway.
Yeah, thank you for all those donations. I'll do my kind of sign-offs while we're doing this bit. So essentially, we need to get an item so we can get into the palace. And go down and get a bone from the palace dungeons. I'm going to actually turn off sound effects because there's a really horrendous scream sound effect that constantly plays while you're in the dungeon, which is not really pleasant for anyone to listen to. But yes, thank you very much for having me be a part of this marathon. I'm very glad to be part of this marathon and raising money for such a worthy cause. You know, I don't know if you can tell who wore it better between me and Rincewind. You know, put answers in the chat, please. But yeah, shoutouts to the Speedy Adventures Discord, shoutouts to my community, shoutouts to Club 601, and of course a big tribute to you know, the late great Terry Pratchett himself. GNU Terry Pratchett. That's what we say to keep their memory alive within the clacks forever. So here we have a bone. We're going to go ahead and take it over to Gaspode, who is now at the inn. And you know what? We put seasoning on it last time. Let's do the alternative. Let's not put seasoning on it this time. Let's just go straight to the inn, and we're going to go over and give this to Gaspode, who's just kind of playfully sitting here. There you are. There you go. There we go. Gaspode has a bone. The dog has been fed. That is one happy pupper. Except you know, because we didn't put seasoning on it, it's not irresistible, and you're just going to spit it out again as soon as we talk to this guy. There we go. But yes, thank you very much. I can be found. I'm a variety streamer. I can be found over at twitch.tv/mindezi. And shout outs to everyone I've already mentioned. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the marathon.
Thank you very much for that. Coming up next after this intermission will be Prince of Persia 2: The Shadow and the Flame, run by 7 Eraser 7. See you all then.